Hi and welcome to Craft with Hayley. Today's project we're going to focus on is how to make one of the mini treat bags. Now this is the first of 3 projects I'm going to do using the mini treat Thinlet die. And the reason for that is it is a quite investment piece, shall we say. So you know my mantra, if you can only do one thing with it, it's not good enough. So we better find lots of things to do with it. So I'm going to show you 3 different styles of packaging that you can make using the same die. So this is the first one. So this is the standard mini treat pouch that it's designed to be. Okay, so I'm going to hang around to the end, because what you might want to see is how a little trick and tip of how you can make these just pop out without having to use your pokey tool or anything else. Okay, so with your mini treat Thinlet, you get lots and lots of dies. So you get all of these. So you're going to get the heart and the dots and the bow and enjoy for you, stars, lots and lots and lots of dies. That was one thing that kind of surprised me, was how much you got for your money. And then you also get the 2 mechanisms that are the most important parts. Okay, so these are your bits to make the bag. So you're going to cut one of each in each. So you can either do it in cardstock. So here's one I did earlier in cardstock, or you can do it in the brown paper. Yes, the brown paper that comes with your Stampin' Up order. So yes, I'm encouraging you to place yet another order, because you need to, just so you've got some brown paper to use with it. I know, I'm such an enabler. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to stick it together. Now I would recommend you use some Tombow or some wet glue. That's going to be your best thing. You want to fold along your score lines, which with a crumpled up bag is not always as easy as it sounds. But yeah, fold along your score lines. Okay, now you could, if you wanted to, you could decorate your bag first. I'm going to decorate my bag afterwards because I want to see what I'm decorating. And because it's the paper one that I've used, it's going to be easier that way. Okay, so I'm literally just putting a bit of Tombow to stick it together. Just stick that in there. That's going in there. Okay, a little bit of glue along the back. And that is incredibly simple how to make your bag. Okay, so there we go. So all we're going to do now is decorate it. And I'm decorating it using the Butterfly Basics stamp set. Which I absolutely love. I don't know how many of you have invested in this stamp set, but if you have, oh, you must be seeing so many gorgeous things done with it. It's just beautiful. So I'm going to use a little bit of old olive ink. I'm just going to stamp my fern 3 generations of ink. So I'm not really moving it particularly. I'm then going to use my gorgeous grunge, because let's be honest, you can't have a project these days without a bit of gorgeous grunge. It's just a necessity. So I'm just using the tiny dots for a bit of effect. And then I'm looking for my sample. Yes, I think that's about it. We're going to add the thank you in a minute. So what we need next is the butterfly. So what I'm going to show you is a little tip. Now, if you're like me, you scour the internet and you try and find all these wonderful tips, but invariably most of them are in America, which is great if you live in America. But if you don't live in America, it can be quite tricky to work out the UK equivalent. Okay, so I'm going to solve that for you, because I have done the hard work for you here. Okay, so what you want to do is grab yourself a tumble dryer sheet. Now, to me, it doesn't matter which tumble dryer sheet you use, but what's important in the UK is that you use the tumble dryer sheet first, because most of our tumble dryer sheets, or certainly I haven't found one anyway, that isn't absolutely coated in fabric conditioner of some kind, and that just oozes onto your card and makes a bit of a yucky mess, which is not good. Okay, so what we want to do is use the tumble dryer sheet and then our cardstock. Okay, then we're going to use a little piece of wax paper. I'm hoping that's big enough. And then we're going to pop our die on the top of that. Okay, and you might think that's a lot of steps to go through, but trust me, it's worth it. Then we're just going to use our normal 2 plates as we would normally. Okay, so what we're going to do is just whiz it through the Big Shot. Pop that through the Big Shot. I'm going to good old wiggle now. Okay, and then all I'm going to do, I'll just bring it round so you can see, is I'm going to remove everything apart from the dye and the tumble dry sheet, and I'm just going to pop it back through once more. And you might think, well, that's a bit of a pain, but trust me, it's less of a pain than having to poke all the little bits out, and hopefully it will work. She says every time I've demoed it, it's been okay, but you always panic up until the point when it works. So I'm just going to bring that round. So now hopefully if it works, I should be able to just, there we go, tap out all the pieces, and then I can just poke out my butterfly as normal. Okay, so there is my butterfly die, all done nice and easily. And I don't know about you, so much easier than have to poke out all the little bits. So I'm just going to finish that off now, and I'm just going to add my thank you and my butterfly to my bag. And then the most important thing is I need to put a treat in there. So here's the finished article, and the finished article is here, and it has a textured item because it went, the colour matched, okay? But I do think you could maybe, if you did a blue butterfly, the lint bunny, that fits quite well, that's quite good. And then I saw something today, I'm not sure how well this fits or not, but we'll give it a try. Little arrow things. Oh yeah, look. That's really good as well. So lots and lots of ideas of sweetie treats you could put in it. I also, very sadly, made my husband some love notes for Valentine's, and I popped them inside as well. So there's lots and lots of things you can do with this treat bag. Do pop back. I'm going to show you 2 more projects shortly. Okay, thanks for watching. And if you like what you've seen, do follow me either on my YouTube blog below or otherwise over on my craft blog, which is showing below. Okay, bye.